Hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. Let me begin the session with a small question. How many of you watch movies? For example, Adi Purush. 99% of the students answer is yes, we do watch movies. So whenever you go to watch movie and your show starts at 6 p.m., you make sure that you reach the movie theater at 5:30 p.m. Am I right or not? And even in the breaks you grab the popcorns quickly and occupy your seat so that you don't miss even a scene. You are here laser focused, unwaveringly dedicated and passionately committed. Why not the same dedication and passion you show while preparing for CA final and inter exams? The same thing, right? Just question yourself once. If you can be this much laser focused and dedicated while going to a movie theater, why not while preparing for CA exams, which gonna give you a huge respect, and it's once you have cleared your CA exams, then lifetime you have a name of CA. So just question yourself, why are you not that laser focused? Welcome and congratulations to all those who have chosen one of the toughest course. Let me begin the session with a small introduction of mine. I am a chartered accountant, mentor, business analyst, and even in the Instagram you can see my reels, a finance influencer. So let us now begin our session. Let us start with this intelligent preparation efforts and power of mentorship. Most of the students do hard work, but they do not do smart work. Smart work is very much important because you have to know that the topic consists of how much weightage. Without knowing the weightage, students start reading the topic. So the first step you have to know is tailor your preparation efforts. You have to just see how you are preparing for your efforts, how you are putting. You are putting too much of hard work but still unable to clear the exams, unable to write tests which are conducted by CA test series. So first tailor your preparation efforts and find the right mentor. As in our life also we have our parents as our mentor, because whenever we go on a wrong path, our parents quickly identify us and warn us that do not go to that path. Similarly, the mentor also will help you in understanding, and he will support you throughout your preparation. Create a well-planned study routine. A well-planned study routine is very much essential, because if you do not plan, you cannot achieve what you want. If you just think that in this week I'll complete a subject, it is wrong. Please divide it into still smaller parts as to which chapter I'll be completing now. A skilled mentor will track your progress also. You have to track your progress on a weekly basis or on a daily basis. And mentor will help you identify your strengths and weaknesses, guiding you towards success. Techniques to stay motivated and dedicated during CA final or inter preparation. Set achievable goals. Achievable goals means set realistic goals. You cannot tell that in 1 hour I'll complete PGBP. That cannot be your goal, because it is not possible to cover PGBP when you are reading for the first time within an hour. So set achievable goals. Break down your study plans into smaller chunks, and then start preparing for the exams. Create a study schedule. I have told it more often also. Unless you plan, you cannot action. So if you want to take action, then your planning should be very good. Take regular breaks. Here most of the students lack because they never take breaks. Since now it is the month of June, you feel you are too energetic and you do not take appropriate sleep. You study 24/7 just within 2 to 3 hours of break. See, now you don't have tension, so your body is capable of doing everything. But once you are reaching the month of October, where the pressure is more and the tension is high, you cannot expect your health to be in a good condition if you do not take regular breaks. In your study schedule also, make sure that one day gap you are giving in your study schedule, because there might be some emergencies, right? You might fall sick or your parents might need you, and that day if you are not unable to read, then at least you will have a satisfaction that you have left one buffer day. Without leaving one buffer day, you may feel tense that now what I am going to do, all the pending chapters will be accumulated and at the end you will worry. So try to have a buffer in your study schedule, take regular breaks, join a study group. I have seen most of the CA inter and final students not joining a study group or not discussing with friends. They feel it is waste of time and never club with a group or ask MCQs. But students collaborating with other students and letting you know the asking the questions will help you a lot in the exam. I have prepared with my friend all the CA final papers, and I was pretty sure that whatever we have discussed, at least 10 to 20% was there in the question paper, and that confidence was there because I have already discussed with my friend. So there's no doubt of whether it's correct or not. So in this way, these are the techniques which will help you stay motivated. Let us move to the next techniques. Reward yourself. Suppose you have put a target that within 2 days I am going to complete income tax, 2 to 3 chapters of your income tax. So when those 2 to 3 chapters are completed, reward yourself. Celebrate those accomplishments. You feel that whenever I'll complete this, I'll go and watch a movie or talk to my friend or have a special dinner or whatever it is. So whenever there is a target that if I complete this, I'll get this. Sharing you a personal incident of mine. December 5th was my exam date and November 21 was my best friend's marriage. So most of the people told me that how can you write on December 5th both groups when you have your friend's marriage on November 21 and you're not going to miss it. So that was a pretty big challenge of mine. So what I did is I knew that I have to go on November 21 and that too to a place Rajasthan which is very far from my hometown. I made sure that I have completed my syllabus in September itself, so that even if I get delayed or my days are wasted or if I'm missing those days, I'm able to cover without tension. And guess what, on December 5th I have wrote both groups and I have cleared CA exams. It's never that you have to sacrifice something, but you have a goal that you have to go to a wedding. So I have completed everything before itself, but if that was not there, I used to read slowly and delay the process. So I was rewarding myself. If I have completed this much syllabus, I have to go. Minimize distractions. Most of the students nowadays have very much distractions on this Instagram reels, LinkedIn, social media websites, Facebook and all. This is just a matter of 3 to 4 months. If you do not use your mobile phones this 3 to 4 months, you will have a lifetime of CA tag with your name. So remove distractions. I am not telling you entirely switch off the mobile phones, because mobile phones will be very important for YouTube, where you can read the video lectures, listen to the lectures, quickly revise the topics, which are very helpful also. Visualize the success. Visualizing anything is very much important, because see, now at the beginning of my session I have told you a scene of movie. So you have visualized that you are going to the theater, picking up the popcorns, occupying your seats, wearing 3D glasses for the movies which are 3D. You are visualizing. So unless you visualize yourself, you cannot stay motivated or dedicated. Once you start visualizing your success, the day when I'll be attending convocation with my parents, making my parents proud, and that would be the moment your parents would be truly proud of you. That day I am telling, I have seen the day where your parents are really proud of that you have achieved this degree. Effective techniques for studying ICI module. Whenever you start studying the ICI module, make sure that you understand the syllabus first. Most of the students do not read the headings of the chapters, just jump into the first chapter and start studying. But the first thing what I would tell is understand the syllabus and topic weightage. Topic weightage is very much important, because if you know that weightage of the topic is this much, then you will put less effort. If it is more, you will put more effort. The mindset of us, right? If you think that yes, this topic has 40 to 50 marks in exam, we are making sure that we study it very effectively. Take effective notes. This effective note taking is very much important whenever you listen even to a YouTube lecture or whatever, because taking a note will help you get a comprehensive knowledge of the topic. You can revise each time if you take a note, because if you do not take effective notes, then you are not highlighting the key points or anything. Every time you revise, you have to study again the whole line. But once your note is taken or you have highlighted the things, it is pretty much easier for you just to go to the highlighted points and move on. Practice past papers is very much important. Practicing past papers will help you to analyze how much you have understood the topic. And do not fear of, if you do not know any of the question, you might fear that whatever I have read, I am unable to answer. It's never like that. Whenever you open this past papers or mock papers, just understand, open it with a vision of learning. Even if you do not know, you learn at that point of time instead of getting worried. Next, the effective techniques are utilize this mnemonics. I have told in major of my sessions also, mnemonics will help you a lot in your theory papers. Theory is pretty much difficult to understand each and every topic. So whenever you utilize mnemonics, it is very easy for you to recall the points. Master the basics. Unless your basics are strong, suppose for example take capital gains. Unless you have a complete basic knowledge of what capital gains is all about, you cannot solve the question related to capital gains. So make sure every time in each paper master the basics. If your basic is strong, you can answer the question anyhow. Leverage technology. This is what I have told is you do not switch off the phones, instead use YouTube and Telegram channels. YouTube, you have every revision lecture which will be very easy for you to quickly revise the topics, and I have used the technology a lot in my CA final preparation. So whenever I used to choose a chapter, suppose GST or anything, I used to quickly go and open the YouTube lectures and watch it. So it is easier for me to understand also. Test series, effective study planning, motivation and performance improvement. Why test series are much important for exam preparation is, whenever we study or we practice anything, we are not practicing it with the thought of exam. We are just thinking that exam is in November, so we can slowly cope up. But whenever you join this test series and you have exams on daily basis or as per your plans, you are pretty sure that I have exam tomorrow, so today even you will do night out and complete that chapter. That type of dedication and focus is there when you join the test series and write exams. Effective study planning is very much important. I have already told this, that plan your studies very strategically to cover the topics. Do not take a single subject for 5 to 6 days, because once you are bored with that subject, next time you will doubt if you could touch that subject. So just divide your subjects also in a way, subjects also, and divide the syllabus also in very limited, like 2 to 3 hours I'll complete a chapter. Balancing study and rest is very much important. Do not run too much for studying that you do not take appropriate rest. And at the same time, do not take too much rest that you don't study at all. So it should be balanced. Motivational techniques. Motivation is very much important whenever we don't clear exams. I have seen with myself also, whenever I don't clear exams, that time when the results come and you are not cleared, your total level of motivation gets down and you feel that, am I capable? Am I really capable of choosing this course and writing the exams? There are many doubts which come up and we feel that what has happened to us, what is going on. But motivational techniques will help you seek support from your family, friends and mentors to stay motivated. Performance improvement strategies. To improve your performance in each attempt, practice all the previous year's question papers, analyze mistakes and focus on strengthening the weak areas. Let us move to the next practical techniques, effective time management. Time management is very much essential in everyone's life, whether you are starting a CA preparation or anything. But effective time management is very much important to cover the syllabus. You must know that within 3 hours I have to complete this subject. Within 3 hours I have to write a paper which covers 100 marks. Regular revisions are very much important. Even if you revise 80% of your syllabus, please go and write the exams. But without revision, if you think that I am going to directly write the exam, that exam day you will have every doubt. Whenever you write a single answer also, you will have multiple doubts that what has happened, is this correct or not, because it is lack of revision and lack of practicing. Most of the students never practice, they just go on reading the reading theory and never do it practically. So utilize the test series for this. Test series will identify all your strengths and weaknesses and will give you confidence. Above all, A person needs confidence to move forward, right? Whether you see in any stage of your life, if you are confident enough, you can fight any battle which is coming, which is challenging you. So here also, if you utilize the CA test series and write this test regularly, I am telling most of the students skip the, even join the test series and skip the question papers, because ma'am, I haven't completed 100% of my portion. Even if you complete 70 to 80%, just go and write. At least you will have a knowledge of that 80% what you have learned, right? So never miss those chances. Practical techniques to improve CA final and CA inter performance. Always learn from the mistakes. Even if you are going wrong somewhere or the other while writing test series also, just go through your mistakes and make sure that you are not repeating the mistake again. Study in intervals. Or, I am telling you, use Pomodoro technique. Read for 25 minutes, take 5 to 10 minutes break. This will help you to study effectively. See, you have to always calculate effective study time you have prepared for your exams, not the study time. What is the effective hours you are using? Prioritize health. This I have told in my every video that health is the most priority. If there is health, then there is everything you have. So prioritize health also at the same time. How to allocate 3 hours of exam? Whenever your exam is from starting from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., make sure that from 2 to 2:30 p.m. you solve at least MCQs for 20 marks. And the rest 10 marks you feel that these are most difficult and you cannot solve it, leave it there, leave it then and there itself. And from 2:30 to 4 p.m., make sure that you solve at least 4 descriptive questions of 14 marks each. Once it is 4 p.m., from 4 p.m. to 4:55 p.m., start writing the first question which is little bit difficult, which generally comes little bit difficult, and that 10 marks MCQs which you have left earlier. So like this if you allocate, and last 5 to 10 minutes, please stop writing, just go through your question numbers, whether you have written each question and appropriate answer to that question number. Even if your question number is wrong, your whole answer is wrong and you are not going to get a single mark out of it. Guidelines for numerical questions. Always make sure that you reserve the left hand page for showing workings, assumptions and notes. Workings are very much important in your answer because they show that how much you have understood the topic. Next step, state necessary assumptions and notes wherever possible. Even if you write more assumptions, there is no issue, but missing the major assumptions will lose you most of the marks. In papers like costing and accountancy, where currencies are given, where different currencies are given, make sure that you state the currency in subjects correctly. Provide total columns wherever applicable in accountancy and costing. Whenever you tally a balance sheet, make sure that you write the totals also. Minimize overwriting. Most of the students, if they feel that this answer is wrong, they just strike it out not, they just rewrite. Suppose letter for number 6, they write 8. Here the examiner gets confused whether you have written 6 or 8. So my suggestion to all the students is, whenever you have such type of doubts in your answers or numerical figures, just strike it out and then write above. Try to avoid overwriting. Next thing, if the balance sheet doesn't tally, most of the time our balance sheet doesn't tally, whether it's your inter or final. Rare cases we are tallied with our balance sheet. But make sure that at least you write totals in the columns and do not leave it empty. And next thing, do not try to deceive the evaluator. Most of the students feel that evaluator doesn't know, he might give marks, so I'll just expand and write number of pages for a single question. If a question is for 3 marks, I have seen students writing for 3 to 4, writing 3 to 4 papers for that 3 to 4 marks. So do not try to deceive the evaluator, because he is more smarter and he is a chartered accountant. So whenever possible, verify your control figures. In cost accounting subject, we have this variance analysis, right? So there you can verify your answers with control figures. So make sure that you verify it. Apply the rule of rounding off. Wherever the question specifies that round it off to 2 decimals, make sure that you appropriately round off. You appropriately round off the decimals. Theory questions, answer concisely and directly to the point. This is not any other exam where you, for just one question, you are just spreading your answer sheet just for 3 to 4 sides. If it is for 3 to 4 marks, make sure that you are writing appropriately. Answer should be appropriate. Present your points in a list. What I suggest is, whenever you, whatever theory question it is, just start writing it point wise. Point means just give a arrow mark or anything. I suggest not to write any numbers or alphabetical order, because that will count you how many points you have written. But once you just give an arrow, the concentration is very less, and your length, the examiner is more focused on your content rather than your numbering. But once the numbers are specified, most of the time our concentration goes on the number. And questions, or questions that use these letters, describe and discuss, make sure that you have to describe and discuss. That should be very long narrative answer. For describe and discuss type of questions, do not write 2 lines and come off. You won't get any appropriate marks. Include examples and illustrations frequently. This is very much important, to include examples and illustrations. Whenever it is for CA final, most of the time you have to use your practical knowledge, because you have already gone through your internship articleship. So when answering questions, present comparative points in a tabular format. Whenever you are told to compare both the sides, make sure that you are using a table. Next thing, avoid writing lengthy and descriptive answers. This is what I am telling. Avoid writing so much of lengthy answers which will waste your time, and it is not necessary. Examiner needs what you have understood and up to the point. Because as he is a chartered accountant, he understands that this is a perfect answer. If you forget something, I have seen most of the students, when they start writing the first question, if they do not get, then they waste time till half an hour for that single question. Whether it is for 2 or 3 marks also, they sit for half an hour and think. And then when the time clicks at 4:45, they are in a hurry. Sir, please don't take my paper. Please don't take my paper. Give me just 2 minutes, 2 minutes. This happens because you are not at the time leaving space. If you are not thorough with the answer, just leave some space and move on. In case of law also, if you do not know a exact section number, I suggest please leave, do not quote any section number. You will lose just little marks. But if you are quoting wrong section, your whole answer could be wrong. And final, students are expected to provide some practical examples. General guidelines. Whenever you enter the examination hall, starting itself, some students are like, from starting they are very much tensed, and they feel that what if paper comes hard, what will I do, I don't know this chapter, I have left this chapter. Remove all the negativity whenever you enter the exam hall. Enter exam hall with optimism and challenging spirit. Whatever it comes in my question paper, I am ready to face it. This should be your sentence once you enter the examination hall. And during the examination, please try to avoid panicking. Even if it is a difficult paper or you feel the questions are too tricky, just be calm. Stay calm at that moment. Take a deep breath and just revise the concepts. You can link over it. Once your mind, at this 3 hours, if you are completely positive, I am sure that you're gonna get success easily. But once you have this negative thought, I am unable to solve even the easiest ones, what could I do now for the harder ones? Then you are likely to lose more marks, because you are losing the confidence over there. Complex concentration should be on the subject matter. Whatever your side, someone who is sitting beside you, whatever he is doing, it is none of your business. You have to make sure that your concentration should be on subject matter. I have seen whenever we write exams, most of the students comment that even for the auditing, that student has taken 4 to 5 additional booklets. Means you are concentrating on that student rather than on your paper. So take a deep breath before answering each question, and do not worry. Even if something comes hard, there are always grace marks given by institute, which most of the students doesn't know. If the paper is hard or the question is little bit tricky, then there is a take a deep breath, because for that extra marks are given by the institute. Never give up during the examination. Even if you feel that paper is too much tough, I couldn't attempt even 40 marks also, make no worries. Just stay calm, take deep breath, just revise the concepts which you have read, because this is a question paper which you have already read. You know the topics, so you can just link it over if you are calm at that moment. Once if you are frightened that even the easiest 2 to 3 marks I am unable to score, then it will be very difficult for you to put in your efforts. Avoid giving any personal messages to the examiner. Most of the time what students does is, he'll make examiner a friend. but this will harm you a lot in your exam. He can just disqualify you from the exam. Allocate last to 5 to 10 minutes just for revising your answer sheet. It is very much important to allocate the last 5 to 10 minutes for your checking. If the question numbers you quote are wrong, then your whole answer will be wrong. So make sure that you allocate those 5 to 10 minutes for revising. Lastly, inform your faculty about your results and seek their guidance for the next group. Once the results are out, just inform your faculty that I have received so and so marks. Please guide me to the next group so that you will have a very good confidence. And last but not the least, I thank each and everyone for listening this session. And even if you have any queries, please post it in the comment section. Remember, dedication, hard work, and intelligent preparation efforts are key to becoming a successful chartered accountant. So as you are laser focused, unwaveringly dedicated, and passionately committed at the movie theaters, please, I request every CA final and inter student to stay that laser focused, unwaveringly dedicated, and passionately committed for your preparation. All the best. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. I am available all over there. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section below. Thank you.